When I was diagnosed and I initially thought, I will get a prescription and then I will feel better, I didn't understand the complexities of all the different types of medications. And I think that part of that not understanding has made it difficult for me just kind of emotionally when I have to switch from one to another because I feel like I've failed in some way. Like this first one didn't work. Like, did I take it wrong? Or like, why is my body not responding? And logically, I know, at least I think, I think I know it's not my fault that a pill didn't work. But there's something about the transitioning, like of something just not working that feels a bit like a failure.
I think it's a whole new list of side effects, a whole new piece of paper with a bunch of words I don't understand, and that's kind of you go from one kind of dark place or blind place to another blind place. Ooh, like I don't know if this treatment's going to work for me. I don't know if these side effects are going to affect me per se. Then you go through that process. Then they tell you, hey, it stopped working. Let's try the other one. And here's the whole other list of side effects. And you're also in the dark again, and you don't know if that's going to work. And if you have to go on to the next one. And you also don't know how long you're going to last with this medication and the next.
Over the past few years, it's just been like, how quickly can we start this? Because I'm not doing well. And like, there's like paperwork and blood work and testing and certain things that needs to be done before I can actually get the medication. And then it's also like the loading dose. So it takes time to be at that maintenance level. So it is a process. So trying to get that started can be a lengthy time. So that's been more of my concern.
It was definitely an adjustment because I got used to having just the subcutaneous shots from Stelara and having to go back to IV infusions. So that was a bit of a, well, we're back here.
Understanding the treatment that you're starting is important to your journey. It's important to understand what's happening to your body, to understand, maybe what's acceptable to deal with in the beginning that might ease off, or maybe understanding if it doesn't work, that it's not your fault, and understanding why it didn't work.
Definitely, it is a fear. It's obviously a reality. I don't know whether that could be something that happens this year. I've gone through 3 medications within the past year. So reasonably thinking this could be something that happens in a year. I of course, am hoping not. But that is a concern. Science is not up to where I need it to be right now.
My gastroenterologist briefly discussed the fact that biologics don't always work and that they're all different, and moving from one to the next can be a solution, but we have to be careful to not, I guess, have too high hopes in that if we move from one to another and those first 2 don't work, then we've got less options. And so I think his concern was in moving too quickly through them in hoping for something really great, I would end up with nothing.
I think when I first were starting and like taking the leap from more just the other medications to the biologics, I would be more concerned about like the side effects and the toxicity, which is very different. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the luxury to be concerned about those type of things because the alternative is just not great.
That being said, he's also been really optimistic about the future, given that there's so much research going into Crohn's and colitis, the causes and potentially cures. So as much as that was a bit of a frightening conversation, there's also some optimism in there because there are new things coming all the time.